right, guys, welcome back to episode 6. And this time it is a joyous occasion for all Liverpool fans because we are champions. And I'm joined by two men in the cave. So, guys, introduce yourselves. What has happened?
Gibbs. Well, we have been knocked off our perch. Such a disappointment, but we can't complain. Our times of glory days are over, and Liverpool are now the best team in England.
Yes, guys, you heard it first. United fan just admitted
At
that.
the moment, not permanently. Maybe for one season only.
Then what? Fabz?
Hello, I'm Fabz, aka box number 2. I think I'm getting the feel of being in the cave now.
Okay. Technically, you guys are wearing a box, so have you guys given up hope?
For this season in the league, yes, we have given up hope, but I believe it won't be for long.
Okay, I feel I'm talking to two, don't know what aliens. Can you guys just remove it already?
Enough of these craps.
Okay, welcome back to the original United fans.
Don't
who
worry,
are-
guys. I still have my United shirt on.
Don't worry, guys, you're always proud. 24 hours. Regardless what happens.
I thought you were going to say 24 years. 24 hours, okay.
Better touch all the wood. in the
24
world.
hours a day, sorry.
Okay, so basically, this episode, we're going to talk about Liverpool being champions of England after 5 years. And 30 years in front of fans. So that is something to talk about. Are you guys excited to dive into the details?
I think you're more excited than me.
I have no choice.
That's all I wanted to hear. Okay. So, and then later after that, we'll be looking at United's, we look ahead to United's semi-final, the one that just finished the first leg, get some thoughts on that. And then some of the hot topics that we would like to cover based on what's trending as well, because a lot of things are being said after Liverpool won the league, whether this is vintage season, maybe, if you like. Other common things, whether finishing second versus finishing 17th, but winning a trophy, does it mean more? Does that count for more? You guys can let us know your thoughts as well. So yes, first of all, coming to you, Liverpool's win. It's weird to be hosting it because I have to ask you guys questions. But yeah, Fabz, coming to you first. What are your thoughts on seeing Liverpool knock United off their perch?
Actually, to be honest, Liverpool are the better team now. Like it or not, compared to where United is, they are not in the challenging position. So hats off to them.
Wow, a very somber message from a United fan. Ganesh, are you a rebel or are you, what's the word? Are you succumbing to Liverpool's new dominance?
Actually, I'm still a rebel, but for the moment, I'll succumb. Okay, I mean, first and foremost, congratulations to Liverpool. I think it's a fantastic achievement, winning a 20th league title. Of course, personally, I would say we are not knocked off our perch. It's just perch being equalized. But of course, I don't know why many fans consider it being knocked off because we are still equal on terms of domestic league titles. But it's a good thing that Liverpool won the 20th league title because from now onwards, you'll be seeing a battle that we all out for the 21st. Who's going to get the first 21st title?
I thought you were saying that the other day that Liverpool only won 2 titles only in the Premier League.
Yeah, of course, that's an argument that I want to bring up. But if I bring that up right now, I think...
Go ahead, bring it up. Everything. It's actually a
Why
fair
not,
point.
dude?
Okay, just some context, guys. So basically, after Liverpool won the league, and there's this thought process about Premier League titles because Barclays was how it was previously known, but Barclays is just a sponsor. Then they removed the sponsor, so it's Premier League. So technically, starting from 1990, is it?
92.
1992, it's Barclays Premier League, and
it's
then
English
after
Premier
that,
League.
they removed the sponsor. It's Premier League. So technically, it's still Premier League.
It started off as the English Premier League, then Barclays, then now
English
it's
Premiership. Is it? Or
Premier League.
Premier League. It's
Then
Premier
it
League.
became Barclays.
Barclays
Then back to Premier League.
Premier League.
Barclays is the bank that became the sponsors for the league for
Okay,
a few
if
years.
it was always the Premier League, and then there was a sponsor in front, and then back to Premier League, then don't you think it is technically the Premier League?
So technically,
It is the Premier League only.
the what do you call the season is just between the 1992 right up to 2025, right? If it's if it's just counted as a Premier League season.
Yeah.
1992 it became Barclays Premier League. No,
No,
1992 Premier League.
Yep.
Then
English
2000.
2000-ish, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, but that means before 1992 it was known as the
Championship.
English First Division.
English first division, yep.
But technically, Liverpool fans' argument is it means the same thing. So let me tell you this. Let's say in the future, starting 2025, 26, they change from Premier League to something else. So would that mean that you have 0 Premier League titles? Bam. Technically, yes.
Let's say if they change it
To another name.
yeah, possibly. Let's say if they call it English Super League or something, then yes.
And what if they call it back English First Division title?
Then we'll have to count back from Liverpool City titles. I mean, okay, actually it's not a big issue because end of the day, right? For me, I feel that English league title means basically all the league titles won from the beginning of the English football season itself. But of course, we are talking about the Premier League era. It has to be counted from 1992, given the fact that they renamed the league into the English Premier League.
But if you ask me, like technically, when you win the Premier League or the Old Championship and all, it's being top of all the divisions. So it's basically you're the top of all divisions, whatever it is named or not. So even though I believe in the 80s, I think Liverpool was a dominant force and it was named as Championship, right? It was a Championship or Old Division 1 or something.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
then
really
and
sure.
then they rebranded it to Premier League. And it is what it is now.
Okay,
lah.
actually, currently, if you realized, the English First Division is the teams that are in below us, one level below us. They are called the First Division. So, which means what they did is they took the First Division and those teams which were top there, they remained them there and they changed it to the Premier League. So, I think, we don't want to really downgrade Liverpool's achievement.
But that's your argument, what?
Yeah, of course, I would still agree that the Premier League season, English Premier League season should be calculated. If you're talking about Premier League titles alone, then yes, from 1992. If you're talking about English League champions, yes, we take into account the entire history of English football.
Yeah, and if actually you want to go with that logic, my argument also would be then technically Sir Alex Ferguson didn't knock any team out of the perch
Exactly, that's my point.
because
Yep.
you started from 0. Liverpool also had 0 titles then, so you knocked off no one. So Ferguson's legacy also then is diminishes together with that argument. Okay, but focusing on Liverpool, because we need to, because we're covering it in the segment, which is their win. So, how impressed are you with Arne Slot's first season?
Okay, very impressed because, to be honest, I myself did not believe that he would actually do this well. In fact, I think even Liverpool supporters themselves also did not really were having doubts about his ability, given that he came from a Dutch league similar to Ten Hag and everything, and that his name has never been heard before. So when he came in, I myself predicted Liverpool to finish in the top 4 and not being champions. So when he actually led Liverpool to the title, then I started to realize something was going on there. In a few months after he joined, when they were going on an unbeaten run, then I thought to myself, this guy is something really different.
Just so Liverpool fans, when Arne Slot came in and Amorim came in, Ganesh had a field day. He was talking about how Liverpool got a bald guy and United got a guy with the luscious hair, apparently. So now, would you replace them? Would you replace them?
Oh, I think you have forgotten that Amorim was actually top on Liverpool's list. He was only rejected. I won't say rejected. He was only not chosen because of his formation style, which will require a total overhaul of...
Which is good. That shows that Liverpool don't go for looks. And United does.
Which shows Liverpool actually cares about not wanting to waste money.
And playing style. Right?
Yes, true. They wanted to maintain Klopp's
Let's just
style.
put it this way, it's more on continuity.
Yes, they wanted to continue Klopp's style and everything. So they brought in someone similar to Klopp. Respect to that for actually not throwing away Klopp's legacy. I give credit to Liverpool for that.
Okay, so we'll take a quick break, and then after this, maybe I want to talk about a little bit about why it didn't work for United, because they replaced somebody, Sir Alex Ferguson with David Moyes, right? So why didn't it work for them, but it worked for Liverpool? Welcome back, everybody. So right now we will just dive in a little bit to enjoy a little bit of Liverpool's success by looking at United's downfall.
You want to tell them to subscribe first, bro?
Yeah, that's a good point. So yes, I think Fabz, maybe you can tell our fans to subscribe.
Yeah, since you guys are watching, so don't forget to subscribe, also like and also follow. We will definitely give you more content in the future.
Yes, definitely. Please subscribe to us.
More box content.
If you like the box content, please give us a thumbs up or something.
Box office, bro.
Put it in your comments.
Okay, so yeah, Fabz, I just want to come to you in this quite briefly. Can you just quickly tell us why you think Arne Slot's transition from Klopp worked in terms of continuity, because Slot didn't change the playing style so much, whereas when David Moyes was brought in, I think he did want to keep the essence there, but one of our first or second episodes, Ganesh did mention that he changed the whole backroom staff, everything he wiped out, and he started from a little bit of ego, right, came into place. But why didn't it work for United, but it worked so well for Liverpool?
I think during the Ferguson era is because the club was mostly run by him. So when he left a huge gap. So when David Moyes came in, he's not only transitioning from a small club to a bigger club, he has a lot of things to do. And also the squad he inherited also is not a good squad. Compared with how when Liverpool, the manager, left and Slot coming in, right? So they had good core players and also young players are also there.
Basically, Sir Alex Ferguson was not good at what Ganesh is good at, delegating.
Yeah, I'm really bad at delegating.
So, yeah, I know Ganesh, you don't want to talk about it, so that's fine. So now we move into a little bit about the most recent games. And in this case, we had United's first leg against Athletic Bilbao.
Yes.
We're recording this on... Today is the 3rd of May. So hopefully this episode is out by the 5th.
Yeah.
So yeah, enjoy the moment, guys. Because honestly, as a Liverpool fan, I was hoping United will not win. And
Why
I
lah,
can
bro?
gloat a little bit more.
Okay, that's good.
Well, that's the truth. What?
It's okay. I don't
I
mind.
was hoping United won't win. Then I woke up and I saw the score. I was like, holy damn it. I have to win so convincingly.
It's okay.
And Harry Maguire is doing skills, guys. What the hell?
Remember our clips we said about Harry Maguire?
Yeah, man. So you predicted the future, bro.
Now this game he is a winger, bro.
So what was he doing there? Okay, but coming back to it, Ganesh, tell us a little bit about the game. I know as a die-hard United fan, you woke up early, you watched the game, and you're not just going to give your feedback on the highlights. But yes, go ahead.
He only did it in quarterfinals.
Okay. All right. Actually, I think I would say Bilbao started pretty well. They did well. In fact, we could have gone behind actually, if not because of Onana's good save and also Lindelof's.
Hold the thought.
Yeah.
You praising Onana?
Yeah, I mean.
Wow.
And Lindelof.
No, he made a save. Yeah, I mean these two guys who actually let us down for many times. These couple of occasions they actually saved us from going behind, and then of course came that moment of madness where Maguire actually became messy for a few minutes.
Oh, so that was the first goal, the one that he did the skill and then crossed it.
That's the first goal.
Who scored the goal?
Casemiro.
Casemiro
scored. Actually, it's a cross by Maguire into Ugarte. Ugarte just nodded it into Casemiro's path and he just rammed the ball with a header.
He became Ahmad Diallo, bro.
Yes.
I also think, from my perspective, I saw that skill. I think also the defender who's defending Maguire at that point, I don't know if it was a defender or attacker. Also, sometimes when you see a centre half there, you don't really put much pressure because you feel he's going to screw it up. He doesn't have the skill to cross that ball so beautifully like that.
Yeah.
So there's that. But Fabz, what are your thoughts on United's win?
I think it's a very positive result. And looking at how the way they played and all, if the back's against the wall, I think they can still produce also. But it's just that I don't know why they can't translate it into the league.
Okay. So we've heard both of you sharing a little bit about the game. I'm shocked that I've not heard any of you praise Bruno Fernandes. Come on. As a Liverpool fan, the amount of criticism Bruno Fernandes gets, and yet he still shows up. Because apparently, guys, he was injured. He was not supposed to play the game.
Yes.
And then he told the manager, you know what? When I die, I can rest. Now I want to play. This is what United and fans ask of their players.
Yes, true.
Playing through no matter what, leading the team. But there's no noise. Somehow there's this stigma against him where people want him to fail, but he keeps not failing.
I think in United fans' point of view, we have already come to terms that Bruno Fernandes is our man, and he always leads us, bails us out all the time. He's the best player for us by a mile.
But is he a captain for you?
I think he's improving. He was really a downgrade since Ten Hag took over. He started to throw tantrums, but I'm seeing some improvement under Amorim's leadership. He looks to me like Bruno Fernandes is now much more responsible, and he is really carrying the team well. Of course, he has not been a very bad losing position yet. But even in the games where we lost, I don't see him doing the things which he used to do, which is a positive thing. Anyway, this game against Bilbao, I think the person who stole the show was actually Fernandes, yes, for the goals he scored. Casemiro did a fantastic job. Casemiro played one of the best games of his life. He used all his experience and he really...
What position did he play?
Holding midfield.
Yeah.
That's surprising that he was there to score the header.
He was more to the...
He and Ugarte.
Yeah,
So,
not really that much of a holding midfielder actually.
but he won a lot of tackles. He did a lot of assists and yeah. And of course, not forgetting Ugate's... wow, that flip to Bruno Fernandes was epic, seriously.
Actually, I didn't see that highlight.
That was epic, seriously.
That was a good goal.
Yeah. So credit to Fernandes and Casemiro and of course the entire team for actually coming back from a tough stadium. And one thing good I would say is that we have already played in a stadium where we're going to be in the final. So I would say it's a good thing. So
Dress rehearsal.
yeah. So it's a good thing actually, and it was unexpected really 3-0. Nobody thought it would be possible. We thought even come back with a draw would have been lucky. But to come back with a 3-0.
Where is Athletic Bilbao in La Liga?
Fourth.
If I'm not mistaken,
yeah.
4th or 5th.
That is
Yeah.
impressive.
That's impressive.
That's impressive, really.
In fact, the Real Madrid just beat them 1-0 recently. Only 1-0 recently. So
They don't lose a lot as well, bro.
So that tells you a little bit about this
and
whole...
they have, I think, one of the best defensive records in the Spanish league. So
Oh, that's because that tells you a little bit about this whole narrative where the Premier League quality is dropping, whereas you see in the Premier League, United and Spurs are how low they are,
Yeah.
but in Europe, I don't know. Would you say that was United's like best game of the season, the way they played against Athletic Bilbao?
in the Europa League, yes, possibly you could say that away.
Really?
It was not really a good game actually, but they've managed to match everyone player by player. They managed to match their performances.
So, what is United's playing style now? Like, really, what is their playing style?
Amorim has his formation, but I think with the players at his disposal, he actually tweaked his formation a bit because I think he believes that even like Casemiro doesn't have the legs to play the formation that he wants. So it's a bit
the
different.
style is...
I think it's more like a 3-5-2 if I'm not mistaken.
3-5-2 or
Yeah.
So, who's the striker? Who's the two up top?
In fact, to be honest, nowadays he uses Kobe Mainoo as a false 9. He also sometimes uses Maguire as a striker. So actually, Amorim is what I was seeing him doing is he's trying to rotate players to bring out to bring out some of their untested skills which Ten Hag has never done.
Actually, right, bro. He's really hoping that Mason Mount stays fit. I think Mason Mount would be a good player to play as a false number 9.
I feel bad for Mason Mount a little bit because he has the talent, lah.
Yeah,
He has the
Chelsea's
talent.
player of the season. What?
How old is he?
He's still 24, 25, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. So before we go to a quick break, I just want to ask you guys, since we touched on the captaincy a little bit, in your opinion, who would be your current captain and current vice captain? Gabes, maybe you first.
I think currently I'll go with Bruno Fernandes and followed by Maguire because I think we have already seen Maguire's leadership. I mean, I don't deny Maguire is good, but I feel that Fernandes is now showing improvement ever since Ten Hag has left. Under Amorim's leadership, he's showing much improvement and I think he's leading the team well. Of course, real testing times have not come yet. So we'll just take it for now, Fernandes, and who knows in the future, any possibilities Maguire could be promoted if he does impress.
I thought you were going to say Onana for a minute. Fabz?
Bruno, yes. Vice captain, I would say Casemiro, I think.
So if he leaves end of the season?
If Casemiro leaves, I think depending on who's the players we have as well, I think it could be, maybe he can groom Ahmad Diallo also, because he's more of a, because he's born and bred from the academy, or maybe Kobe Mainoo.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, someone who has the DNA of the club.
Because Gerrard also was captain very early from
Yep.
he took over from Sami Hyypiä, I think 23. I
Yeah,
think
because
23
I didn't
became
say
captain.
Mino is because he's also in the contract dispute, right? So most probably Ahmad Diallo.
But I would say, I mean, my opinion is that I worry if a young player at United becomes captain, because you see Bruno and Harry Maguire and Casemiro, they can take criticism.
Correct.
Because they have been there, done it. The moment a young player takes criticism, I don't know, it might break
Yeah,
them.
I'm sure not his players.
They can start it off as a vice captain, lah. So at least like Bruno can actually mold him, lah. But
Okay.
let's see how it is, lah.
Quick, before we go, predictions for the return leg.
at Old Trafford. Well, I hope United just get a 1-1 draw.
I think it's going to be a 0-0 draw, lah.
Ooh, clean sheet lah. For me, 3-0 to Athletic Bilbao.
Hey bro, if it happens, it'll bash you up, bro.
If that happens, then the extra time, right?
Oh yeah, penalties now.
You know, bro.
Okay, we'll take a break, guys.
Okay, guys, welcome back to True Ball Banter. And I think we've been very serious lately, right?
Yeah, I've been too serious already.
And then he's not living up to the expectation of being a banter channel.
Yes.
So I think it's time for us to bring up the beastly side of us. So I think we will start with some hot topics, lah. Like
United 17th again.
Hey, no way, man.
no.
Okay, next season I think we'll finish above Liverpool. lah.
Amarim to be sacked by November.
I think Amorim will have his haircut, bro.
Amarim to change his playing style because he realized the 5 at the back is never going to work.
think,
3 at the back is never going to work.
I think Salah is going to resign. He said, "Fed up already. Okay, I won everything already."
I think Slot is going to realize that once Pep finds his form, he's not going to be able to catch CP anymore.
Ooh, that's a bold prediction.
Yes.
So,
But
Nasi, what do you think next season? Back to
I
back?
think Man City, because I think it just came out recently where Pep said after his contract ends, I think 2027, he wants to leave. He wants to take a break. So kind of tell me, kind of weird, right? All the Premier League managers after a while, I think his marriage also, he wants to work on his marriage. Pep Guardiola, I think he's reconciling with his
marriage, right?
Sorry?
He took a toll on his marriage.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. His wife lived in another country or something. Then
Right,
I think
sure.
now they're reconciling a little bit. So, I mean, I'm not a fan of his own personal life, but I wish him all the best. Hopefully, he can focus on his marriage and forget about football.
Yeah.
I think he should learn from Ryan Giggs, lah, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he has a brother, bro.
Ryan Giggs was fun, bro.
I think so, crazy guy.
Rodri Giggs, right? His brother. Oh my goodness.
So we have
What
a
a
Rodri in Man
shambles.
City, bro.
See, all these United players all have got scams, man.
Yeah.
That's how they make it exciting, bro.
Yeah, bro. They're exciting off the pitch and on the pitch.
Actually, I'm sure you have a comment about this, Ganesh,
What's that?
because you posted in our WhatsApp group
What?
after Liverpool winning the league how Gary Neville had to sneak out of Anfield.
Secret Anfield. Oh. Yeah, actually, it was a sad day for me, for Gary Neville.
You watching the game?
Yeah, I watched the game, actually, Liverpool Tottenham. I was,
Luckily, he was not in Malaysia. We were throwing eggs on him already.
Bro, he sent me message, bro. Congrats, bro.
yeah, I had to send a message to my brother here to congratulate him because
Wow, you swallowed
I
your
can't
pride.
deny that it is a fantastic result, and the atmosphere even soaked me up. Also, I was just so pissed, but I was that pissed actually.
So, are you buying the jersey or not?
What is it?
Liverpool.
I buy to burn it maybe.
Why, bro? Why so much hate, man? Why so much hate?
It's
You had
okay,
your
bro.
fun, bro. You had your fun
It's okay.
for
You
30
can
years.
you can use it for towel or what?
20 years, bro.
You had 30 years
I
of
only
fun.
started supporting them 20 years ago.
That's your problem. Why you didn't? Why weren't
He
you born
only
earlier?
supported when Beckham was there.
I technically was still a sperm when Liverpool were winning titles. So
80s, right? Or what?
70s, 80s, man. Yeah, I mean, so we wanted to talk a little bit about our predictions for next season. So what we think our clubs will finish at, where we will finish. So I'm saying as a Liverpool fan, yeah, you guys can tell me, do you agree or disagree? I think we will win back-to-back Premier League titles. I'm actually afraid to make this prediction
No way.
because it's
Sorry,
too
lah, bro.
good
I
to
don't
be
think
true.
so. It's
Yeah,
gonna be-
but I'm afraid to make the prediction because I don't want us to,
Jinx the title.
yeah, jinx it in a little way. But also, when we won the title last, Klopp made a very weird statement. He said, "We're not going to defend the title. We're going to attack it," and that blew up in our face because we finished, I think, what, 4th or 3rd. I think third. I think we finished third, but we were like fifth, sixth. We didn't challenge at all. So
Actually,
it was-
winning the Premier League is one thing. Defending the Premier League is tough because you have the target on your back already when you play every game in the season.
But I disagree. You know why? Because I think you play with a bit of freedom, knowing that you've already won it. You think about Arsenal right now, right?
Okay.
How they're going to approach next season? They will be so,
Yeah,
for
especially
lack
for
of a better
failure,
word,
bro.
traumatized.
Okay,
you
let's
know.
put it this way. You said that you play when you win a title, you play a bit more freedom, right?
Yeah.
Now, how do you explain to me why Arsenal have never defended their Premier League title? Why they have never managed to defend?
I think because United and their dark arts worked for them. Because there is this referee who used to manage in the Premier
Howard
League.
Webb. Howard Webb.
No. He's the famous one lah.
now
This is Mark Clattenburg.
Oh, Clattenburg. Okay.
He did a TikTok video, and he talked about. They asked him a question about the worst team, the most annoying team that he's sort of officiated. He said United. He said United and their players and their dark arts. So a referee who's not Howard Webb actually saying this, that shows during United's dominant years, what Rafa Benitez said as facts is actually true. So
Well, sometimes they need to do what they want to do, lah.
I'm just going to say United cheated and won so many Premier League titles.
Really, I think Liverpool technically, a lot of people said I think this season so they won because of referees.
Yeah, there's an argument of
Yeah,
that. A
that's
lot of
also another
decisions
thing,
went
bro.
our way.
Yeah, I mean a lot of decisions went their way. There was no team challenging for the title, so
So both of us won titles by cheating.
Bosty with the Premier referees.
But
lah.
seriously, I think United won titles by. I don't think early years they did that. I think later on when Chelsea came into the picture and Rafa Benitez started competing, I think Ferguson used his power to be able to influence referees before games to instill a little bit of fear.
okay.
And there was a lot of decisions, especially at Old Trafford, because people talk about Anfield as well. They say that you never get a penalty at Anfield or something like that.
Yep.
At Old Trafford also, there's this whole at a time last minute goals thing where a lot of decisions where Ferguson has so much power, not just at United but in the Premier League. So a little bit like how Klopp also became a bit of an icon in the Premier League, where after many years, referees also started. I think Klopp's behavior was also kind of embarrassing. Like he did a lot of. He abused referees on the touchline a little bit. I think it's not good that you do that. But I think after a certain number of years in the Premier League, Ferguson, I think he also used that as a wild card. Like
It's
okay,
because his aura, bro. Has a strong aura and a determination.
so what does that mean? Is the referee's fault?
Maybe the referee couldn't. He just caved into it, I guess.
Okay, what would you do if you're a referee?
He will.
Of course,
I don't want to say.
You rely on VAR, bro.
I mean, there's no VR at the time, so it's fine. I think it's okay. Coming back about his late goals and all, right? Okay, we are saying that all this Fergie time talks and everything, so Ferguson influenced the referees and stuff. But let's be very frank about-
Wait. Yes or no?
Yes.
So
But yes, but what with the big but? How do you even
what
though
but,
if
bro?
he-
Okay.
Here's the but here. How? Okay. Even though the game is extended to Fergie time, there's no guarantee the goals can enter. Which means, end of the day, it's still down to the players who manage to actually score.
But it increases the chances.
Increases the chances, doesn't guarantee goals.
But you-
But it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. You are actually manipulating the outcome.
But you look at it now. A lot of teams are playing more than
teams are
so
playing
many
like
times.
10 minutes additional time.
Exactly.
And they're not scoring in those
But that
60
is the
times.
new rule about the more at a time.
Correct, but the thing is, many teams are not even able to score with 10 minutes additional time.
You can
But
have all the
that's
extra
not the-
time, bro.
But I justify it is that you allowing that opportunity to score that many goals. Whether you score is not, that's not the point. The point is, why do you give them the opportunity to be able to? You're increasing the chances by 50% to 100% for them to actually score a goal. Whether they score doesn't matter. But the fact that United were given so many opportunities to do so, that's a little unfair. And they took advantage of it.
But you still need to put the ball at the
Yeah,
back of the
it's-
net, lah, bro.
It's not like all the games they managed to score in injury time.
I mean, this
certain
goes
games
back
are-
lah to their 2-1 win against Bayern or so. Everything is rigged.
yeah,
That one I definitely disagree, bro.
yeah, I mean that's purely down to
How many trophies would United have if there was no added time?
how about Liverpool. So,
I asked the question about United first.
um,
One.
Maybe one lah.
maybe 12. 12 Premier League titles, minus 1.
Minus
I
1 or
think-
minus 12?
I think you remember Liverpool scored the Gerrard FA Cup goal.
Yeah.
Liverpool so wouldn't have actually a lot of trophies. I think both United and Liverpool have actually benefited from at the time.
No, I think it's because of when you go to a certain stadium, the aura the fans bring and how the manager brings itself out. So maybe the referee chickened out, I guess. I would say, not to say chicken out, they're more like they caved in into the expectation because they're also scared because maybe if they make a wrong decision, they will he'll get booed. Right?
Yeah, because they're human beings too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying something?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, right? If you're gonna, I know Ferguson. Yes, I agree. Ferguson influenced referees and all. Everybody knows about that. But if you're gonna start talking about all these decisions, right? Then you're gonna also you have to remove Liverpool's current title win as well because we know a lot of decisions went their way.
But
And-
my argument against that is
Yes.
that a Premier League is over a 38 game season, and you preach this once to me. Over a
Correct.
38 game season, you win some,
You lose
You lose some.
So Ferguson is totally justified right now.
so only in the Premier League terms lah.
I mean, it comes to referees, so
Only,
you can't do anything.
and you cannot say Arne Slot influenced any referees. His first time in the Premier League, bro.
I mean, it's just that things went their way a lot, and of course, like I realize United are not getting things their way in the league this season. A lot of decisions go against them, bad luck to go against them. So it's just
So it's another 30 years of bad luck, guys.
You already
I
took the
think so.
cave key already, bro.
no, I think more.
So yeah, to sum up this part, Liverpool to finish top. That's my bold prediction.
Okay, my prediction will be
Wait, United to finish in the top half.
Wow, so bold of you.
so merciful of you.
I'm a kind person. Fabs,
I would say United go maybe top 4.
Liverpool.
I don't think they'll win. I think-
Relegated, bro.
Wait, your turn will come, bro. Your turn will come.
Chill lah, bro. Maybe third lah.
Third. Okay, you Ganesh.
Okay, for me, United will be in top 4, Liverpool will be relegated, and Arsenal will be the champions. Alright.
Whoa.
That's fine.
Imagine it actually comes true, guys. You
So
heard
if-
it first here
Yes.
in this podcast.
So
Liverpool relegated next season. Oh,
So Liverpool relegated, you ball your head, right?
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to True Ball Banter. All right, we're in the last last session of the episode today, and we would like to we would like to close it off with a controversial topic, which I hope you guys will have something to say about. Now, this controversial conversation is going to be a bit sound like a banter, but actually it's a possibility also of happening.
That's interesting.
Yes. So,
Your source is where? Fake News TV, yeah?
nah, it's
This whole show is sponsored by fake news. TV, bro.
fake my own opinion. All right.
So what did you say? Fake?
Fake of my own opinion.
Oh, I thought you
No,
said faith, bro. Faith of your own opinion.
No, actually, it's faith of my own opinion.
Oh, new channel lah, bro.
Yeah.
Okay,
Rebranded lah.
go ahead, bro.
Okay, bro. So, what the controversial opinion is or decision is, I think Harry Maguire is the answer to our right wing and striker position. What do you all think?
When you say this, are you talking about this season or
I mean,
In
the
the
coming
future.
season. Yeah, in the future. I think Harry Maguire is more talented going forward.
Oh, that's the one you were saying, the Harry Ronaldinho or something, right?
Yeah.
okay? There's two ways to look at it lah for me. One is United are that terrible that Harry Maguire has become the answer. Another one is that
Bro, he's our savior. What do you say like that,
That's right,
bro?
bro.
the other thing is that nobody expects Maguire to do anything special that they are not marking him and they are not seeing him as a threat, and therefore
he's
he's getting the
underrated,
space
bro.
to do all that. So that's my thought. I don't see that. I wouldn't slam it down as this is bullshit. Although I was pretty close. I think this season to win, if Liverpool, not Liverpool, if United win the Europa League, then Maguire could be the savior lah.
So
Because
he's the
like
MVP, yeah.
he's like the wild card for me. I feel like it's a great redemption story for Maguire. How he was kind of hated and removed of captaincy, and then he comes back. Imagine he scores the winning goal in the Europa League final and he does that, right? He already had his Leon moment. So I'm just thinking that potentially this could be his redemption.
Just imagine, bro. 92 minutes and he step up and scored a goal in the final.
Oh,
So you'll be printing his name on the back,
yeah.
What if he
Possibly.
takes a penalty in a shootout in the final and he misses?
Wow.
Like John Terry did.
That'll be very sad. Of course, fans will definitely remember that. I mean, I realize all fans remember the bad moments. They don't really remember the good moments much.
I think
But-
outside of United, in United, he still has the support for. I don't think maybe outside of United, he gets all the banter he wants. I mean, unwanted
Are you all aware
banters.
that Maguire was actually a striker before becoming a defender?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, actually, he was a striker in his early
Which club,
days.
bro?
I'm not sure while he was in the Premier League or not, but I heard he was a striker who then was converted to play.
He
as a
actually
defender.
scored some real. There's one goal he scored in the FA Cup, I think, where he takes a shot from distance and he hit the top corner. If I'm not mistaken, it was like a away game, and I remember watching that goal. So you cannot say he's not. He doesn't know how to put the ball in the back
Yeah.
of the net because he
Correct.
is a presence and he is a threat. I don't know whether he's a Van Dijk level threat in terms of both boxes. But I think United fans in general agree to disagree in the comments. But I think you guys want Maguire to do his job in defense. It's a bonus when he does stuff in attack.
I think he can be a good set piece specialist in the future. I think when Amorim gets his squad up ready, and he could be the set piece specialist.
Yeah, in case our wingers are injured, he can play up.
Any
the wing.
free kicks or any corners, he can be the person because he has the height and everything.
Yeah, I think late in the game, usually centre backs go at the top,
Yep.
right, to win the game. Even Van Dijk has done that, but Van Dijk hasn't done any last minute craziness. So, yeah, I mean, let us know, do you agree with Ganesh on his controversial opinion
Yes.
or you disagree with it? Next up, we have Fabz. What is your controversial opinion? Please make it good.
I didn't come across anything that I know of.
No, so no
The
controversial.
controversial thing is Liverpool winning the league.
First is controversial.
Actually, yeah. Speaking of which, technically Liverpool winning the league
Referees League.
is, no, I wouldn't say it's controversial. It's just unexpected because
Yeah.
everybody had Liverpool finishing fourth or maybe outside the top four because it's their rebuilding season.
I'll be
So,
honest, seriously, I never expected Liverpool to win the league this season.
Yes.
And also, I've never expected them to go unbeaten at the start of the season. They was like
the longest run,
the
26
longest
games.
run, and they were the form team going to the second half of the season, which they technically a bit. I mean, they reduced their gear but
Yeah.
they managed to pull through
But
they-
stats actually say otherwise,
yeah.
Stats actually say they are running, their distance covered, their shots faced, chances created were all relatively higher, which goes to show maybe Slot actually had a tactical masterclass in which he didn't burn out the energy in the first half of the season because we weren't like we
Gung-ho.
chose when we press. We were not like a one trick pony. We had multiple ways of winning. We
Correct.
can park the bus, we can attack, we can press. We had different ways of winning, which maybe surprised teams because last time Liverpool were quite predictable. It's
I
all
think
about
also Salah also mentioned that, right? He feels that this the manager did a good job in winning the league.
a very interesting interview for him to say that he actually had a negotiation with the manager,
Hmm.
saying that okay, if you rest me during defense, I will reward you in attack.
Yep.
And his numbers show that lah. And I think every team needs that player because if you recall correctly,
every
United
player,
had
yeah.
that with Ronaldo. Rooney had to cover and
Yes.
track back. Ferguson gave Ronaldo a lot of freedom in terms of tracking back because he produced the numbers.
Yeah, and Rooney
So-
had to sacrifice his position as well.
And that's why I think Rooney should be regarded as
hero
one
lah.
of a Premier League great. Actually, I mean, this is another opinion because I feel he's disrespected a lot. I
Yeah,
think
true.
he should be a great. My controversial opinion would be, I think this is going to be a start of us winning back-to-back Premier League titles.
No,
and
lah, bro.
back-to-back Premier League titles.
Back-to-back
and
relegations.
Back-to-back Premier League
League
titles.
1, League 2, huh?
League 1, League 2, League 3.
So
And 4th division finally.
probably we are going to get a three-peat, 3 in a row Premier League titles.
No, bro, you just won one, bro.
No,
Chill
they just
lah.
won for one. Next
That's
year,
why it's a controversial opinion.
Next year, 1st division league.
Yeah.
And
So what are
second
your
division.
thoughts on my controversial opinion?
Definitely
Liverpool
no lah.
fans,
If you say back to back, it's okay. It's 3 in a row, bro.
that's why it's controversial, bro.
3 in a row. Can, bro. If United don't exist in the league, then can.
I don't think United are a threat to Liverpool at this point.
They'll be a threat, bro, soon. We
Oh,
as
actually, speaking of which, I got another controversial opinion. I think when Liverpool didn't win the league for 30 years, they didn't fall as low as United have.
Hmm.
Maybe that's not controversial. That's the truth.
this season is really hard to swallow, lah. Seriously,
Liverpool
That's
didn't
because,
finish in the second half of the table ever.
at least top 10, right?
Liverpool didn't face the relegation battle.
Liverpool have faced
Even
some-
under Roy Hodgson. For
But
5
anyway,
months.
record is meant to be broken, so we've already broken the top ones. So why not the bottom ones, right?
True. It's good, I mean,
Oh
for
man,
a change.
imagine a world where United are relegated. I think I'll miss it
close.
lah. We won the derby matches lah.
Ah,
Okay,
Imagine
lah,
us
then-
talking
we'll
about
FA Cup lah. We'll be in the League Cup.
Then we'll qualify with the Europe, bro.
sneak through the European competitions. Okay, before we end, final thoughts, guys. I think the thing to look ahead is Liverpool. Nothing to look ahead already. It's done. But for United, let's say you guys don't win the Europa League. I mean, I don't want to jinx it. I'm just putting an opinion out there because you guys are favourites. I think Spurs are second favourites. Or let's say you guys don't win the Europa League. How would you feel about the season realistically?
Of course, it'll be a disappointing season because we actually have technically given up the league quite some time ago and focused mainly on the Europa League. So yeah, in a way, yes, it'll be
Do
disappointing.
you think Amarim's job is in threat?
No, he won't be because I think he has done a great job so far, using whatever leftovers from previous managers, and bringing them unbeaten in Europe and all these things. Yeah, he deserves some time to build.
Amorim would be under the spotlight, lah, bro. One thing, if Europa League he doesn't win, he doesn't. Each moves he does in the summer will be a very big thing, lah. And I think he'll be judged very early.
Yeah, because there's no European football, there'll be also instant pressure, lah.
We
To
could
perform the
we could do a Leicester, bro.
Okay, making United fans dream. If you guys actually win the Premier League next season, I will be amazed. But
Shave your head, bro.
stranger things have happened.
So what you will do, bro, if you never win the league?
I mean,
Shave your head, bro.
I think I got nothing to do. I think I'll just be speechless lah, because that will be a biggest magic of.
So you'll wear the United jersey for
You wear it-
five episodes, bro.
No, I don't put words in my mouth. I'm not committing to anything. I just know that it'll be a shock, and I think I will have to pinch myself because we will be dreaming.
It won't be fake news, bro.
I think Ganesh will be over the moon, and we will never stop recording.
We will have 10 episodes in a week.
Okay, so next episode, I'm not sure what exact topics we'll be covering, but most likely we'll be looking at whether United will be in the final, and then we will be wrapping up the season. Who was the best players? Maybe we'll do an all-time 11 guys.
Yes.
Maybe continue the GOAT 11 debate and discussions on that point. I don't think we have any. Oh yeah, we probably cover the potential signings our clubs will do. Whether we'll be signing left backs, centre forwards, or whether United will be hanging their hat on Harry Maguire. So that's a wrap for this episode, guys. See you in the next one.
See you on.
See you guys.